All right, good morning and Happy New Year. I'm Jess Wilds, the Executive Director of the Downtown Bid Board, and I'll be running the meeting until the board elects a 2021 president today. So I'd like to call to order the January 5th, 2021 Bid Board meeting. It is 8:16, and we have acknowledgement of a quorum. Everyone is here today. Thank you. No one is absent. So the first item today is the Downtown Bid Board appointments. On Monday, December 21st, the mayor appointed Ken Collins as a new board member. So welcome, Ken. Thank you for joining the bid board. 3 board members were reappointed, including Tony Jason, Tony Cable, and Mike Husar. So thank you for your continued service and dedication to downtown. Yep, thank you. Great, and I have some paperwork for you to sign at the end of the meeting, so please see me when we're through. All right, our next item is going to be the election of a bid president. So we're going to start by opening for nominations, and then we'll allow the nominees an opportunity to make a statement. Then the board will vote by ballot, and you should each have one at your desk. So I'd like to open the nominations for a call for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Mike Husar.
Okay.
Do you need a second for that or no?
Nope, we'll do a vote by
I
ballot.
have to accept.
Yes, you do.
I'll accept. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations? Okay.
I make a motion, we cast a unanimous ballot for Mike.
Well, first we have to determine if we have a unanimous vote. So all in favor? Please say aye. Any nays? All right, the motion passes unanimously. Thank you. We don't need the ballot. Good to be prepared. All right, Mike, on to you.
I guess it's up to me. Thank you, everybody, for the confidence and support, and looking forward to a better 2021. From a COVID standpoint, I think everything else was great last year, and there's been ups and downs, but I think we did the best we could with it. So the next item on the agenda is to nominate vice president and secretary. So we'll start with the vice president. Do we need ballots?
I have ballots.
Okay. Nominations for, let's start with the vice president. We'll do that first. And I'd like to nominate Tony Jason.
Okay, I'll accept. Thanks, Mike.
Any other nominations for vice president? So do we want to do the same thing? Someone needs to make a motion to, like Herb did, I guess. Herb, do you want to do the same motion?
I'll make a motion for unanimous consent.
Okay, we have a motion. We just need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Welcome,
Thank you.
Tony.
Thank you again.
Secretary. Who wants to be the secretary? Peggy, you want to stay as secretary?
Sure.
I'll make a motion to nominate Peggy for secretary.
Second.
We need Peggy to, oh, she did accept. So, do your unanimous
For
again.
unanimous consent.
Well, you made a motion and Justice seconded, so.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody, for serving, and Jess, I think, has paperwork for some of us to sign at the end. Approval of minutes for the December 1st meeting.
Motion to approve.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 1, the financial report. Jess?
Sure. In your agenda packet, you have 2 pages actually for this report. So one is a 2020 nearly complete budget. So the year wasn't finished when we put this report together, but it is very close and representative of the expenditures as of 12/29/2020. So you can see at the very top, we were closing out the year with a fund balance, which is separate from our operating budget of $155,623.42. This is money that is carrying over each year, so we'll go through that in a moment for 2021. But the most major expenses for 2020 at the end of the year were, of course, the holiday decorations. We used money from the economic development area of our city budget that was comprised of sponsorships to cover the cost of the new tree, which was $10,000, along with other new costs and installation. So we ended the year with $63,505 that was unspent. Moving on to 2021, you can see that our fund balance will be approximately $221,224.76. Whew. So that is essentially that $63,000 rolling over into your fund balance. So you do have some funds available for future projects or contingency-related items. Our general property tax is lower than last year slightly, and there will be a revision. So in December, our team at the city found 3 properties that were improperly assessed. It was a clerical error on the assessment. So the 3 properties are commercial properties, but are 100% used as residential. So they are not meant to receive an assessment, and they were assessed. So at the January, at the next Common Council meeting, a resolution will go before the council to rescind the 3 assessments of the amount of $1,500. And that will come out of our contingency line. It will also reduce our revenue budget.
Which buildings are those?
Sure. So the 3 properties, one moment, I'll just grab it here. So we have I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at this sheet. We have a 261 South Main Street, which was $244.50. We have 713 Cedar Street, which is $642. And then we have 324 South Main Street, which was $633.60. So
Okay.
we apologize. The city of West Bend apologizes to the 3 property owners, and we have been in touch with them. Are there any questions or discussion items on the financial report?
Nope, we need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Last item would be any agenda items for the next meeting. I can't off the top of my head think of any, but I'm sure there will be. So if you have some now, give them to Jess. If not, let Jess know before the meeting.
Right.
And we can get them on the agenda.
Can I maybe just, oh, go ahead.
Do we ever have the ability to meet privately as a group?
You can only meet with 2 people.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because we're a committee underneath city government, we have to follow the open records law. So if you want to have, like if we have a subcommittee to do work we can establish a committee, but then we have to follow the open records law and publish an agenda and follow all the regulations and laws during that meeting.
Okay.
That's also why the emails, when they come out, they go BCC to everybody. So if you reply, it only goes back to Jess, so that we don't cross the line of open records.
Okay. I would,
Open meetings, I'm sorry.
the reason I bring it up is I would actually like to mention something about something that I see happening downtown, but I don't want it to be aired publicly
So-
because it's a private business matter.
So if you want to call me or call Jess, we can talk about it, and depending upon what it is, there's a possibility of going into closed session, but it depends upon the topic.
Because I do think it's a public topic, but I need to make sure that we should go ahead with it. So that's what we'll do.
Thanks, Tony. I do have an announcement. So we just confirmed yesterday with David J. Frank some of the decoration removal timelines. So we will begin doing some of the removal of the holiday decorations in Old Settlers Park starting on Monday, January 18th. So David J. Frank will remove the tree, the sleigh, and the ornaments. And we will be leaving up the garland and the wrapped trees until after West Bend Winter Warm-Up, which takes place on January 23rd and 24th. A couple members of the group putting together that event said that it would be helpful if the tree was not in the space, since they would like more social distancing, and also there's a live ice sculpture demo taking place on that Saturday. So we'll begin on the 18th, and then on the 25th, everything else will come down. We'll also be looking for volunteers or board members to assist in taking down the garland if you're interested or able. So please connect with me. Nicole Bell on our communications team is coordinating all of the takedown this time. So that's great.
Can I ask a question on the decorations? The first year, it seemed like the decorations included like lighted balls displayed throughout the grounds. Did I see them this year, or did I just like miss them?
There weren't any lighted balls on the ground.
That was part of the art museum.
Yeah, that was MOA.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you. I wasn't sure if that was what we paid for or not.
We did pay for those for MOA.
Okay.
And that first year, there was a couple that came up into Settlers Park, and this year they didn't bring them up. They didn't bring them up into Vest Park, I mean,
Right.
and those didn't come up.
Okay.
Partly because I think one or two of them ended up disappearing.
Oh. bummer. Can I throw out a next agenda item if there's going to be a meeting? A few years ago, we had some electrical work done on all the accent lighting, I'll call it, along the buildings and the outline. With our budget, I'm just wondering if we should consider some type of occasional ongoing maintenance of that, because it could be me, but I drove down a number of times and it seems like bulbs are starting to go out and maybe some buildings aren't lit anymore, and I just wonder if we should stay ahead of that and maybe have a discussion about that.
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you. Great.
If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, everybody. Stay safe.